cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today.
If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance.
Howdy folks, Kenny Emai here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena and let you listen in as top cutting horse trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter right here on RFD TV.
Arena One, cutting's home of hospitality. Visit arena1ms.com. Cat Ichi is by Highbrow Cat, and his first $1 million producing son to accomplish that in just 24 months of performers. His dam, the legendary Laney Doc, is the #3 greatest producing mare of all time. Cat Ichi won over $300,000 in only 7 months of competition and has produced over $2.5 million of performers to date. Tap into the greatest genetics in the industry at EE Ranches, state-of-the-art facility in Gainesville, Texas. One of the most physically and demanding tasks required of the cow horse is holding the cow. Every joint, ligament, and muscle is tested to its limits. To keep your cutting horse on the cutting edge, Precision Joint Solution developed the most innovative joint supplement on the market today. By combining 2 exclusive ingredients, it supports the joints by decreasing inflammation, hindering cartilage breakdown, and increasing recovery time. Precision, the cutting edge for the cutting horse.
We've been making hats at DBRJ since 1989. All the tools that we have are vintage. They're from the 1800s, early 1900s. Our bodies come from Winchester, Tennessee. Our leather's coming out of Missouri. And all the work is done right here in our shop. Your grandfather, when he bought a hat, he'd wear it most of his life. It'd be cleaned, it'd be rebuilt several times. A quality hat will last you a long time because they're made to last. All DBRJ hats are made in the United States, in Las Vegas, with pride.
Howdy folks, welcome to our 4th season premiere of The Weekend Cutter right here on RFD TV. Let's start off with episode 84, bringing you the same guy that brought us episode 1. Zeke Entz there in Collierville, Tennessee. He's going to be working with a young lady that is a former NCHA youth world champion, Jennifer Sharp. Practicing in Collierville, Tennessee and showing down at Lee Garner's at Arena One in Batesville, Mississippi. Then we're going to meet one of the greatest sires in our industry today, owned by a wonderful lady and a great facility, EE Ranches. We're going to get to meet Cat Ichi. So stay tuned. We hope you don't go anywhere and enjoy this week's episode of The Weekend Cutter.
This is Zeke Entz. We're here with The Weekend Cutter. And I have an interesting student here, Jennifer Sharp. Used to be Jennifer Stockbridge. Tell us a little about yourself. You have a good story.
I won the world, called in the youth, 93, 94, 95, 96. And won the world in 94, reserve in 95, third in 96. So put a lot of miles on my mom's truck. But I haven't ridden since 98, so it's been 15 years. And I started coming back to your place, mid-February of this year.
Coldest day of the year, I believe.
It was really cold. But I guess I would say I'm addicted, back in the saddle, and enjoying every minute of it.
Getting ready to show for the first time in 15 years. That'll be fun.
Hopefully next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Tell us a little about your horse.
This is TR Starlight. It's a horse in your barn, one of your customers owns, that I'm trying. I looking to possibly buy. He's a TR dual ray, gilding, 7 or 8.
Yep.
Nice little horse, has a really good stop, a little flashy in the middle.
Yep.
Has a little bit of all of it. Yeah.
You get along with him good. Well, let's go practice.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Get all the way over to your left. We're going to tighten him down on the right.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Good job, Jennifer. There, now we're getting him. I think he's actually just starting to breathe. He's all the way over there. There you go. Good. There you go. All the way across that cow. Heard me say, get all the way across your cow. I was encouraging the rider to ride all the way out to the front of the cow so that you can stop it and control it. Now, let's get back to practice. Just a hair. Black on top's fine. Black far right, it don't. I'd go the black on top. Right there.
The one on the left?
Yep, one on the left, 049. It's a nice heifer right there. There you go, good. All the way to your right. All the way over there. There you go, good. There you go. There you go, good. All the way across. Beautiful. All the way across it. Good. All the way across. Beautiful. That was a good little work. He was a little fresh there on the first cow.
Yeah, in the beginning.
By the end, he was tight and
Yeah. Had his
getting
head
real
down.
low. Yep. Folding his knees up a little bit. That had to feel good, huh?
Yeah, it felt real good.
You ready to show again for the first time in a while?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let's get ready to go to the cut.
All right.
Hi, Neil Smith, non-pro cutter from Winchester, California. Weekend Cutter will be right back after these messages.
Hi, I am Kathy Reiserfoot. My husband Jonathan and I have insured with Roger Peters Livestock for over 30 years. Our most recent issue was I was showing our mare. We were sitting 4th in the world and she tore a suspensory. Our insurance coverage is the reason we were able to continue on with Lola. And I so appreciate Roger Peters Livestock Insurance.
BioWash is an all-natural medicated shampoo for the prevention and control of bacterial and fungal disease. Safe for your horse, safe for you. BioWash is easy to use, just apply and wash off. It's that simple. It just plain works. Prescription quality products designed for the everyday horseman.
There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of us all. You know it's true. Return the favor. Connect to the power of performance. Total Equine Horse Feed. Wellness for your horse's performance and well-being. Good inside. TotalEquine.info.
Hi, I'm Pete Branch. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
I see the little black cow coming up on the very top. She's ready. Make sure you get up in there. You double foot my way if you need to. You got it, all the way. All the way. There you go. Control that cow. All the way. Wait till the end of that turn. Wait till the end of that turn. Now go. All the way, all the way. Right there. Little orange cow here's fresh. Little orange cow right here's fresh. Little red cow. Now, let's ride straight across that cow. Wait, now go. There you go. There you go, all the way, all the way. All the way, all the way, all the way. Both feet, both feet. Both. Right there. Good, hey, little black mott looking at you right here. There you go. Good. All the way across. Ride straight across that cow. There you go. There you go. Good.
Hi, I'm Eric Weishart, and this is Talking a Bit. This is probably one of my most used bridles. I don't know if it's one of my very favorite, but I find myself always coming back to it on a daily basis. It's just a medium shank and a medium port correction from Cow Horse Supply. They make a lot of good bridles. It's a pretty heavy bridle, and it gives it a lot of feel in a horse's mouth, and it really teaches a horse how to pack a bit. And I use it on everything. I put it in 3-year-olds, and I also put it in 8-year-old open horses. So it's used in everything, and the girls also love to lope in them. And then I also got the head stall and the reins from Cow Horse Supply, and it's a really good combination with 1/2-inch reins, double stitched reins, and you can see I have them attached just a little differently. I have them run through with no water loops. And the reason that is the timing's just a little quicker. There's no slack, there's no extra give for when you're doing a lot of pulling or a lot of training. I just saw another trainer do that and thought I'd do the same. And it's lasted me a long time. I've had it for about 3 years, and it's really no worse for the wear than before. Skeets here uses it as well. I'm Eric Weishart, and this is Talking a Bit. Thanks for joining us at the Weekend Cutter.
The Talking a Bit segment is designed to let you know what trainers consider to be their favorite bit and what their uses are. Be sure and talk with your trainer to see what bit works best for you and your horse.
This is Lindy Birch from Weatherford, Texas, and the Weekend Cutter will be right back.
I think I started feeding them full-time in 07. And I've been on them ever since. They're making them that day and putting them on that truck. They're not sitting up there for 2 or 3 months waiting on somebody to pick them up, you know. They're coming out of the Cuber and going on to that semi, come to my house. Yep, I've never called up there and had a minute's trouble. Well, and if you call up there, they jump right on it too. They'll get you a load that week. Yeah, well, it works out good for me, and I'm glad I got onto it.
Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh, baby, come on.
Our Season 2 DVD set has over 9.5 hours of instruction and lessons from the top amateur-friendly trainers in the country. 26 entire episodes filmed from all over the country. You'll have to be horseback in the pen with our trainers to get this valuable information. The bloopers and outtakes from our second 26 episodes make this DVD set hard to pass up. Visit theweekendcutter.com to get yours now.
Hi, Nina. Hi, Pops. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
Let's go meet Cat Ichi at EE Ranches.
We're here at EE Ranches. My boss, Joe Ellard, has been in the cutting horse business since the 80s. The stallion station here has been in existence since 2003. They bought 7 mares back in the 80s, one of which is the matriarch that between she and her produce has built the stallion station that we're at today. This mare's name was Laney Doc. She was a great mare in her own right. She was a reserve open champion at the NCHA Derby, won $245,000, but the greatest impact that she's had on the industry is through her produce. She's had 6 Open Futurity finalists. She's had 3 AQHA World Champions. And in terms of overall produce, she sits number 3 all time in the history of the NCHA. If you look at money won at the NCHA Futurity, she sits alone at the top of the heap. Laney Doc, no doubtedly, is the single reason that the stallion station is in existence. And she's buried on the ranch here today. We lost her several years ago. Her number 1 money earner is a stallion by the name of Cat Ichi, who is our flagship stallion. Cat Ichi was a top 10 NCHA Futurity finalist. He came back and won the Memphis Futurity, did very well at Augusta, and then won the NCHA Open Derby just before retiring as a 4-year-old with earnings just over $300,000. He's passed on that athletic ability to his colts. He was the first son of Highbrow Cat to reach the $1 million mark the quickest, and his colts have now won just about $2.4 million. Because of the ability that Laney Doc had to cross on so many different stallions, we feel the ability of Cat Ichi to cross on a wide variety of mares is very, very high. The stallion station here in Whitesboro encompasses just over 1,200 acres. It was purchased and built with the idea that Joe had. She wanted to have a little more control over how her stallions were managed and, more importantly, how our customers were treated. We have the capacity to stand a total of 12 stallions. We have numerous barns of different uses throughout the place, and we feel like it was constructed with an awful lot of effort and an awful lot of thought to make it the most safe and efficient breeding facility available in the area. We're a state-of-the-art reproductive facility specializing in everything from helping the customer decide how to breed a mare to getting that done, an embryo transfer possibly, foaling out the resulting mare, and then helping market the offspring or get it in the right hands depending on what their program is. Our laboratory is state-of-the-art. It's USDA approved to export semen internationally. We stay on top of all the latest technology that's out there to help us do our job better. And we cater primarily to the cutting horse industry, but also look at any type of performance horse. We are able to ship semen in here from basically anywhere in the world and complete whatever breeding task that the customer asks us to do. We built this facility to be an 800 to 1,000 mare a year facility. We have big spacious pastures for our residents. We have a number of different barns specific for client mares. We house our dry mares separately from our wet mares because of the disease factor that transient mares that are in an embryo transfer program may bring to us. By the time we get them, they may have been to 2 or 3 different facilities. We certainly don't want to put those mares next to a 3-day-old foal with no immunities. We also have a separate foaling facility designated strictly for that purpose, not used for anything else, with a full-time attendant, a mare and foal manager that attends each one of those foalings. We have a 10-stall hospital barn as well, where we can isolate a horse that's maybe has a health issue, get it out of the general public. We also have a clinic and an exam area there where if it's a foal with an issue, we don't have to interrupt the breeding process on the mare just because we had to take her out of the general population. The cornerstone of our program here is obviously the health and the safety of the horse, but one of the things that we try to promote the most is customer service. We want to feel like we're very accessible both through the phone, through the internet, any way that you may need us to help you achieve your breeding goals, we're here. We can help you with mares bred on site to our stallions, through cool transported semen from other stallions, or even through the use of frozen semen internationally. We can foal your mare out. We can offer year-round boarding services. We're here to meet all your breeding needs, and we look forward to hearing from you.
This is Dr. Harry Anderson. One topic I hear talked about a lot lately that has not been addressed for years is colonic ulcers. Something we didn't think about until recently when 2 researchers at LSU, Thomas and McConico, did a survey of over 500 horses and looked at just the incidence of ulcers in the colon of the horse and found that 44% of all non-performance horses have this problem. And 65% of performance horses have this problem. That's a very high level, and it's something we need to address. Now, they talked about what causes it, and nobody knows exactly what causes an ulcer, but they were saying stress, of course, is the main thing. Stress causes steroid production, and that can aggravate the digestive tract and cause these things. But also the heavy use of bute or Banamine can cause these same kinds of things. Okay, once we kind of know the cause and we have that incidence, how do you deal with it? Well, one of the things that they talked about was that you have to change the diet to start with. First of all, you have to get the major roughage or long-stemmed and coarse fiber out of the diet. That's your hay and grass. So you really have to take them away from grass. Now what do? Well, you have to put them on some kind of a complete program that you can feed out of a bag. There are some of those on the market. You can feed senior feeds, things like that. And the reason they were talking about this is they need to keep the hindgut more fluid. And they also suggested that you use something like psyllium to keep that fluidity there and keep things moving so it doesn't sit in there and irritate the lining. There are other things they talked about with the omega acids that reduce the inflammation and reduce the inflammation of that irritated site, and different things like that. Anything to take the stress away from that surface. Now, if you're looking at how to really alleviate this, you can put this in one package. In putting everything together that they talked about, there is a program on the market, Total Equine. If you feed 100% Total Equine, one of the things that you'll find is that hindgut stays very fluid. They don't have a lot of feed in that hindgut to put pressure against the walls, which is one thing they talked about, taking away the physical pressure. It also tends to keep the hindgut fluid, and it keeps the particle size in the diet very small, and so we don't have that irritation against the wall from the fiber. So there are ways to handle this. If you suspect that your horse has this problem, make sure you get a valid diagnosis, because it's not easy to diagnose. Go to a reputable veterinarian and get it positively diagnosed before you proceed with any kind of a treatment. For more information about this or other equine topics, go to theadvicebarn.com, and thanks for watching The Weekend Cutter.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We want to say a big thanks to Lee Garner, Miss Susie Barnett at Arena One in Batesville, Mississippi. It's always great going down there, and that's the best southern hospitality you'll get in the cutting industry, I guarantee you. And a really big thanks to EE Ranches and Miss Jo Ellard. Folks like her is what keeps this sport going. So say a big thank you to Miss Jo next time you see her to cutting. And y'all be sure and come cut up with us a little bit next week on the Weekend Cutter.
Home on the range, this is not the same. If you can't cut it, then get out the ring. Stay behind the gate if you can't stand the flame. Let someone in there who knows the game. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style.
Visit the weekendcutter.com's merchandise page for all your shirts, caps, t-shirts, decals, anything you need to look like you watch The Weekend Cutter. Be sure and go to The Weekend Cutter's Facebook page and like us.